sensational faculty members and staff, we extend flattering accolades to you, as well as to every parent, guardian, and grandparent for your tireless and tremendous support. We acknowledge the fruit. We can't acknowledge the fruit without the root. So parents, we acknowledge you tonight for rooting your children on the greatness and grounding them in truth. Most importantly, to this, the greatest graduating class of Martin Luther King Jr. Senior High School. Come on, somebody make some noise. Give a round of applause. Come on, you can do better than that. Black excellence is in the building. These are our young leaders. These are our young scholars. These are judges and lawyers and doctors and astrophysicists and professors and teachers. I know the elephant in the room is my bearded baby face tonight. So I'll tell you my age. I'm older than Michael B. Jordan, younger than Michael Jordan. Y'all know black don't crack. Brown won't let you down. Beige don't age. Tan got a plan. And light to be right. I think I got everybody here tonight. Since that's out of the way, tonight on this auspicious occasion, I can stand up here and engage you in linguistic calisthenics. I can stand up here and engage you in be intoxicated with the exuberance of my intellectual velocity. I can endear you in a soliloquy about Plato, Socrates, Euripides, and even Aristophanes. But I didn't come here tonight for that at all. Tonight I came to transform your thinking. So before you turn your tassel in June and flip your cap, right before you grab your phone tonight to tag, tweet, text, dance on TikTok, or take yet another selfie, I want you for these few fleeting moments to think just beyond yourself. I know you would say, why would you want me to focus on anything other than myself right about now? Simply because I'm the one graduating. I'm the one headed to college. I'm the first in my family to do a big like this. But just hold up, just pump your brakes real quickly, because we often make the mistake of spending more time celebrating than we do to dedicating ourselves to the task at hand. Dr. King said that anybody can be great simply because everybody can serve. And that is, life is not about living for applause. It's about rolling up our sleeves to fulfill our goals and dreams for a dynamic cause. Scripture declares in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, for I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. And so tonight I'd like to tag this text with this title. I want to talk about how to graduate to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a living witness that people don't plan to fail, they just fail to plan. And planning without action is futile. Action without planning is failure. I want to congratulate you on your amazing achievement tonight, but just like the late great Kobe Bryant said, the job's not done. Tonight's pinning ceremony is not defined to mean finality, because you're not at the end of your journey, you've only just begun. MLK High School graduates, Dr. King said, intelligence plus character, that is the true goal of education. Not just academic intelligence, but relational, emotional, and spiritual intelligence. MLK stands for Martin Luther King, but MLK should also symbolize motivation, leadership, and knowledge. Simply because there is no senior pinning without adopting a mindset for winning. There is no graduation without the gradual process of self-education and application. This is indeed a season of graduation and promotion beyond just being a learner in the classroom, but it translates into lessons for everyday life. It is Oliver Wendell Holmes, who is a noted author and musician, declared a mind stretched by new ideas never returns to its original dimension. Now I got news for you tonight, and that is you can't graduate to the next level by thinking small and surrounding yourself with small-minded people. Because you can never expect people with limited thinking to understand your limited dreams. Let me give you this one for free tonight, and that is, if your dreams are affordable, you're not dreaming big enough. You can't graduate and stretch to the next level if you're stifled by the opinions of other people. Malcolm X declared, if you can't handle criticism, then you're surely not ready for success. You have to realize that there will be critics, cynics, naysayers, and haters, but you have to use them all as elevators to graduate to the next level. I'm a living witness that the people that you surround yourself with, the lessons you learn should enhance your growth, not stunt it. The reason that you labor to learn is so that you can be qualified to lead. I'm a living witness that you can't teach anybody anything who thinks they know everything. Simply because the know-it-all really knows nothing at all. And what we must do is we must be open to listen and learn in order so that we can be qualified to lead. You can sit and learn all day, but it's what you do with the information when you get up that matters. And now that you're graduating with information, it's time for application. It's time to use what's in your head, your heart, and what's in your hands. I learned something, and that is life has a beat and a rhythm, but to learn the steps, you need guidance. Simply because any baby will tell you this, that in order to learn to walk, I had to fall. Any mother will tell you that in order to give birth to her baby, she had to push. Whatever you do, keep on pushing. Push through the storm, push through the rain, push through the trials, push through the pain, push through the heartache, the headaches, the haters, and the naysayers, because you can use them all as escalators to graduate to the next level. Tonight, you're embarking on new territory. You entered this school as a learner, but soon you'll exit as a leader. And this is your time to stretch your mind to think bigger, to graduate to a greater level of strength, because at the end of your comfort zone is the beginning of your breakthrough. You're gifted for greatness. You're too close to quit. You come too far to give up now, because an African proverb suggests that the two most important dates in your life are number one, the day that you were born, but secondly, the day you realize why you were born. The why symbolizes a purpose, and as long as you have a pulse, you have a purpose. If you're not dead, God ain't done. You have to live with purpose, on purpose, and for a purpose, because you have a dynamic purpose. You got to internalize that no dream is unreachable, no vision is unachievable, no goal is unattainable. Simply because there's a public service announcement. Please forgive me for my crash delivery, but here's your DJ Khaled major key alert moment. The word graduation is rooted in the word gradual. You didn't get here overnight. It was a step-by-step, day-by-day, semester-by-semester, year-by-year, gradual process to graduate to the next level. And because whether you're valid as a valedictorian, whether you're saluted as a salutatorian, whether you graduate with cum laude, semi cum laude, magna cum laude, or even if you were just like me and your favorite two classes in school were gym and lunch, so you graduated, thank you, laude. The fact is that you made it. And the dull picture that society has painted oftentimes depicts us as black folks as incarcerated. When we can clearly see tonight that you have graduated to the next level. Always levels of this, because the greater the battle, the greater the blessing. And I want the news, I want the media to show up, not when they shooting and looting and burying, but show up when we're at our senior penny. Show up when we get ready to graduate. It's time to change the narrative, because you are not a pariah and a predator. You are a provider and protector. You're not no young thug, you a young scholar. You're not a detriment, you are determined. You are not a stereotype, you are a prototype for success. You are not a liability, you are an asset to your community. You will be to your college and your university. And so we celebrate you tonight, because you're not taking a mugshot, but you can take your own selfie. You're going to be in caps, not cuffs. You're going to be in gowns, not prison jumpsuits. You're going to get diplomas, not guns and bullets. You're headed to earn your bachelor's degree rather than standing behind prison bars. You're embarking on a new revolution by graduating to the next level, because today what we're looking at is new school Martin Luther Kings and Coretta Scott Queens. I'm looking at new generation Malcolm X and Fortune 500 CEOs and lawyers and scientists and doctors and astrophysicists and young people who will assist in their communities. And young man, you may never play in the NBA, but you can still own the team by earning an MBA. Young lady, you may never be America's next top model, but as long as your standards are higher than your heels, you can be America's next top role model, because you stand on the shoulders of giants from the day and yesterday. And graduating to the next level is not about being celebrated, it's about being dedicated in every area of your life. It's not about being known on Facebook, it's about studying with your face in a book. It isn't about how many people are following you on Twitter, it's about how you're leading those who follow you. It's not about how many people see your storyline on Snapchat, it's about you having the strength to change the narrative. It's not about how many likes you get on Instagram, it's about how much love you can show to yourself and the common woman or man. It's not about you being on TikTok, it's about you recognizing the time on the clock. This is your time to aspire higher. You better recognize who you are, because if you don't know who you are, the world will tell you what you're not. and you'll believe the lie. And I want to let you know today that you are not a statistic, you are a standout. Listen, ever since you were born, they've been telling you you were at risk. They said you were at risk of being killed, at risk of going to jail, at risk of poverty, at risk of growing up fatherless, at risk of committing a crime. They didn't realize that graduating from Martin Luther King Jr. senior high school and enrolling on a college campus or picking up a trade truly puts you at risk, because risk means danger, and the most dangerous man and woman in this room is an educated woman. You're not leaving this school tonight so you can floss and flex and be G'd up from the feet up or secure a bag to get your nail done, hair done, everything did, or you fancy her. This is not about you getting a job to afford some red bottom heels and a Louis bag, or have a fancy car so you can pull up to the scene with your ceiling missing. It's not about what you're driving, it's about what's driving you. It's not so you can be bad and bougie or so you can get a Rolex and not know what time it is. This is about more than you have the financial means to floss and buy a pair of bucks, simply because real eyes, real truth of lies, and eyesight can't give you insight, because if you have sight but no vision, you're still blind. And I'm grateful that in your 4 years of your educational journey here at the school, you had teachers with foresight and insight who understood that Keisha can learn just as well as David, and that Jamal can learn just as well as Johnny, simply because Proverbs 22:6 declares, train up a child in the way that you should go, and when they're older, they will not depart from it. When they're older, they won't go to prison, they'll go to Princeton. When you're older, you won't go to jail, you go to Cornell and Yale. When you're older, you won't do 4 years in a prison house, you'll do 4 years at Spelman and Morehouse. When you're older, you won't do 4 years in a correctional facility, but you'll do 4 years at a college or a university. And so tonight, you need to know that you're not average, but you're amazing. You're not ordinary, you're extraordinary. You're not a whiner, you're a winner. You're not a worrier, you're a warrior. You're not a chump, you're a champion. You're not a chicken, you're an eagle. It's time to spread your wings and soar to the next level. Get around people who are going to help you soar and become the eagle that you were created to be, rather than clipping your wings. Simply because the real role models tonight are not Beyonce, Cardi B, Cash Doll, Sada Baby, T Grizzly, Jeezy, Weezy, Easy, Jay-Z, and Lil Uzi, but the real role models are you, me, and we. Don't reflect, but use this moment to reflect, as here it is, you remember the time. And I believe I got a few young folks tonight and grads in here who can agree with me that for the last 4 years, you can say like 21 Savage, how many people doubted you? A lot. Left you out to rot. How many prayed that you fly? How many times did you cry? A lot. How much homework did you have to do? How many times did your mom and daddy pray for you? How many times did your principals and teachers help you? I know you've been through a lot, but this isn't the end for you, because there's a new level for you to rise to, simply because there's a lot more for you to do. So ladies and gentlemen, as I head to my seat, it is with quaking trepidation that I stand before you tonight, woefully unqualified. I'm grateful to your preeminent principal, but I shouldn't even have this hallowed opportunity. Yes, I stand before you as a college professor with a PhD, but all of that is my New Testament. And my Old Testament is that I enrolled in the School of Hard Knocks, had to graduate from the University of Adversity. I'm a living witness that the least likely can do the most mighty, simply because your test is a testimony, your mystery is ministry, your message is a message, your stumbling block is a stepping stone. And what God will do is He'll use your setback as a setup for your greatest comeback. He'll turn your grief into grace. He'll use your tragedy as strategy to move your life to the next level. Simply because if people watching the movie The Color Purple on the screen here tonight, I tell you, just like Sophia, all my life, I had to fight. Do I got some fighters in here? You had to fight through the storm. You had to fight through the rain, the trial, the sickness, and the pain. You don't look like what you've been through. Because I was diagnosed at the age of 15 with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4, stage 4 cancer. Doctor told me I had NHL. I thought it stood for National Hockey League. He said you have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. My biological father never visited me one day in the hospital. People I thought were praying for me were literally praying on me, sitting on the sideline expecting my demise. Lost my hair, my self-confidence, my self-esteem, my will to live. I was at a dis-ease because of the disease that I was afflicted with. Cancer made me cry, 2024 marks 24 years of me being cancer-free by the grace of God. Simply because a knockdown is not a knockout unless you stay down. God walked up to me some years ago, didn't say hello, didn't even say what up though. He said, I thought you died. When he said that, my fist balled up. I had a heat rush. Can I keep it 100 with y'all tonight? I was getting ready to have a Will Smith Chris Rock moment, and I wasn't going to be Chris. But by the grace of God, I held my peace and told him, as you can see, I'm not where you left me. Tonight, you're living proof that you're not where people left you, to where when people placed a period, God put a comma there. You're graduating tonight simply because you didn't die, but you multiplied. And what you got to do is you got to multiply your gifts. You got to multiply your talent. You got to multiply your education. You got to multiply your purpose. When they ask you how you did it, tell them 2 words: God did it. Don't get it twisted tonight. This pinning ceremony isn't solely about your essay and your GPA. Not because of your cool swag and your charm, but I came to tell you on behalf of the folks around you, across from you, beside you, and behind you, that you're not here because you're just so smart and halfway cute. You're here because somebody prayed for you. Somebody had you on their mind. Somebody took the time to pray for you. And you ought to be glad that they prayed, because of the calling on your life is to graduate to a greater level. So I salute you because of your determination, brought you through it, and you made it through what people didn't think that you'd be able to make it through. And so I charge you tonight, my Martin Luther King Jr. senior high school class, graduating class of 2024, to be relentless, to be radical, to be revolutionary, to be resilient, and to graduate to the next level. I just stopped by to empower you. I'm out of time, but I'm not out of truth. But before I log off and sign off, I need you to realize that there's a king inside of you, brother. There's a queen inside of you, sister. Because greatness flows through you, as Kendrick Lamar would say. Everything gonna be all right because you got loyalty, you got royalty inside your DNA. You symbolize excellence because you come from excellence. Kings and queens surround up on wings as eagles. The hopes and dreams of Dr. King lives through you. The radical roar of Malcolm X screams by any means necessary. The vision of Dr. Carter Woodson is deep in your soul, illuminating your visual acuity. Frederick Douglass, Medgar Evers, invent like George Washington Carver, reinvent like Fannie Lou Hamer, Rosa Parks, Barbara Jordan, turn pain into poetry like a Maya Angelou, knock out oppression like Muhammad Ali, hit a home run and break barriers like a Jackie Robinson, pick up the baton and run your race like a Jesse Owens. Ladies, wear your crown and be a queen like Coretta Scott King. Maintain the audacity of hope like a Barack Obama. When they go low, you ought to go high like Michelle Obama. Represent for the people like Barbara Jordan. Rise to new heights like Dorothy Height. Turn pain into poetry like Maya Angelou. Demand RESPECT like that singing sister soldier Aretha Franklin did. Get active and demand equal rights like a Fannie Lou Hamer. Look at the clock and recognize it's your time like a Benjamin Banneker. Let your ideas be like a light bulb ignited by the filament of a Lewis Latimer. You are modern day Marcus Garvey, Nelson Mandela, W.E. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington, Stokely Carmichael. You come from kings and you sure enough come from queens. Be the rose that grows through concrete. Bloom where you're planted, because the witty warrior of the name of Maya Angelou said, still I rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. Rise as a crusader, because you're a mover and a shaker. Be a crusader that's a trendsetter, a trailblazer, a change maker, a record breaker, a disruptor, innovator. Be a crusader that is a dominator. Rise to the occasion toward your graduation. You didn't come this far to only come this far, but forward ever, backward never. Nothing can stop you. You upway. So class of 2024, it's your season to level up. So today, as you receive your senior pin and walk across life's stage, do this one thing for me. Tell every hater